What's going on? I'm Spencer Tillis.
And I'm Angela Santoro.
And this is the Delmarva Sports Insider. Coming up in just a bit in today's episode. It was the state championship for the Indian River girls soccer team, but could they come home with the title when they took on Caravel?
And later we have the man himself, the Shorebirds general manager, Chris Bitters. He'll be here with us in studio to take an inside look at the Birds.
Plus, the spring sports season may be over in high school, but baseball is still alive and well here on Delmarva. Highlights from the dynamic tournament here in Salisbury coming up in just a bit. But before we even get to anything, we got some very exciting national news that just happened. American Pharoah has won the Triple Crown. Now, it's the first time in over 30 years that any horse has been able to get that accomplished. I mean, a lot of people were sitting there looking at the sport saying that it needed this kind of an energy infused to kind of get it back on the national limelight. Well, it has happened. I mean, it is something that has not happened in my lifetime, at least at this point, so it's very exciting for the sport. And you know what? They weren't the only people trying to make a little history this week. Caesar Rodney girls soccer team, they were trying to make a little history over their own. They were in the state title game this week on Monday, and then it got pushed back to Tuesday. I feel like it kept getting pushed farther and farther back because of the rain. But the spring season, it flew by with the blink of an eye, it felt like, and we finally got to that championship game. But they had a tough matchup in this one when they were taking on Padua. And let's get straight to those highlights. The Pandas came in as the top-ranked team in the tournament for the reason. The Riders were down one early when Aaliyah Cummings finds Cowan Cummings, who takes a shot, but the save there from Abigail Bodar for the Pandas. And Padua on the attack now at the other end. Carlina Panila right here takes a shot from the corner. It bounces around the box, sends back into the box, hanging around, and eventually Molly Drake is going to get a good foot on it and sends that one home right there. It made it 2-0 at that point. And then a few minutes later, the Pandas freshman checker out, Ashley Brentlinger right here, off the penalty kick, able to find the back of the net, push the lead to 3-0 just 20 minutes into the first half. And it could have been even worse, too, if not for some incredible saves from CR's keeper, Christiana Stevens right here, including that one right there, just gets enough on it to get it over the crossbar. The Riders trying to get something going before half, and Cummings takes a shot, but check this out. It's going to get punched out at the last moment there by the Pandas keeper, keeping that shutout intact in the locker room. Second half, and CR finally able to get on the board is Johnnyana Moore right here. Gets the penalty kick to go, but it would not be enough. The Riders end up dropping a tough one, 3-1 the final there.
Well, all season I've been proud of these girls. They did a great job. We are a heavy senior group, 7 seniors. We lost one of our real good seniors early, and the girls persevered and won the division, won the conference, and then got in the state finals again and had another chance. Great opportunity. We just didn't take advantage of it. Congratulations to Padua. It was a very tough team.
You know, Coach was not kidding. Padua was the top-ranked team for a reason. They were undefeated in the season, just one tie, and that was to Caravel. I mean, they were a solid, stacked group. And I came into this thing, I mean, full disclosure, I didn't expect the Riders to win. I really thought Pandas were going to win. And if you would have asked me, I would probably guess somewhere around 3-1. Thing is, at the start of the game, it looked like this was going to be a lot worse. They were down 3-0, 20 minutes in, and I thought CR was about to just get, just knocked out of the game in a hurry. But give some credit, though. I mean, they battled back. They showed a lot of heart in this thing. They hang tough, got themselves a chance to at least make this respectable, got that goal in the second half. Ultimately, I mean, the goal is to win the game. Unfortunately, they did not get that done for them. But what a great season. It doesn't take away from that. I mean, they still had a great run in this thing. Make that 4 straight titles now for the Pandas. I mean, they are a pretty impressive team. But at the same day, I mean, you got to be proud of what CR was able to do. Came up just a little bit short, but still just a tremendous year.
Got 4 straight titles. We got a Triple Crown going on. I mean, what's going on here?
Yeah, right?
Well, just before that game, the Indian River girls soccer team looked to add on to their historical season, and there would be nothing sweeter than winning a state championship over a team like Caravel. This was an absolute battle out there. 3 minutes in, looks like Indian River's Bria McCrae comes up with it, and look at that slide in there by Summer Stewart. She'll slide in there. A foul was called, but no card there for Stewart. A dangerous play. Then, minutes later, physicality continues. Caravel's Rachel Owens shielding the ball and hits Brooke Beams out of bounds. And right here you see Beam responding again with a tackle of her own, and she tells the ref, hey ref, you got to call it both ways. All right, come on. 32nd minute, Stewart's back. She's outside the 18. It hits the crossbar. She'll follow up her own shot in a perfect strike into the back of the net. That'll put the Bucks up 1-0. She's just an 8th grader, right?
That's
Less
impressive.
than 10 minutes into the half, and look at that free kick. Absolutely perfect. Beam gets over the wall and puts it away. Side net. Now look at this one. The game's tied up at 1, and Caravel's getting dangerous. Sierra Fry keeps it on the ground, and she will find her teammate right there, and that one would be wide right. Then, next play, look at this. She'll chip it up, and it will go in. I'm not sure if that was supposed to be a shot, but McCray did not seem to be able to get her hands on it, and they would take a 2-1 lead. Then 5 minutes left, and a corner for the Indians. Beam plays the perfect ball. It's bouncing around the 6, but they cannot get a foot on this. You have got to put that in the back of the net and just rip it home. But Caravel will hold on there. Then a minute later, Caravel puts the cherry on top. Dynamic duo back again. Fry to Fullerton, and she finds the side net far post to make it 3-1, and that would be your final score. Now, despite the loss, Indian River's captain Brooke Beam has no regrets.
We had our best season so far, and I mean, I couldn't be happier for our girls and our performances in every game. I mean, we fought harder than we ever have. We had a tighter bond than any other team we had before, and this year we made history. So, I mean, I couldn't be happier with our game today. We fought, we gave 100% the whole time, and I mean, that's all that counts. There's nothing else that you can give, you know.
I mean, she's absolutely right. It is a total heartbreaker for the Indian River girls, but you heard what she had to say after the game. I mean, a phenomenal game, especially by her. That shot, I'm telling you, it is extremely hard to be able to get it over a wall, and not even that, but far post. But, I mean, it looked like their defense just kind of started to slow down. They weren't following their players in the box. That's leading to the goals and open shots. As soon as Caravel kind of got that going, that's where those last 2 goals came from, and ultimately that's what won them the game. But, I mean, either way, I'm going to say phenomenal season for the Indian River girls, and they should definitely be proud. And that girl, Brooke Beam, I don't know. She's pretty good.
She's only a junior. They got another year over there at IR. Yeah. I tell you what, next year, watch out, because she is going to put some serious numbers up for the Indians. She is all kinds. First team All-State for a reason. She's going to be right back at it next year. All right, well, it's time for our first commercial break, but coming up next, we're going to be joined here at the desk by the man leading the way for the Shorebirds to hopefully another great season. GM Chris Bitters is in the house. He's going to join us at the desk next.
Hi, I'm Julius White, Washington High starting pitcher, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.